I was waiting for you to endorse another insurrection.
No, I won't endorse insurrections. I criticize the United States government because I care, right? Yeah. If I didn't care, I would stop speaking actively out loud about this country. That's why I criticize our political candidates, our two-party system. I don't think a two-party system represents the people. I think every single elected official today is enabling the current system that we live in, and it's not getting better, right?
Yeah.
It's just not. That's the reality of it. What can we do about it? I genuinely don't know. I'm not an expert in that field. You've had multiple experts come on here and speak about it, but, you know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's not a clear-cut definition of what we can do, but we do know that putting pressure on the politicians and the media and anybody else who's accountable, that they're feeling the heat, they're feeling the pressure.
They are.
They're making decisions. Businesses are, losing money, so they have to act quick, because this ties back to our initial point of having distrust overall. And you're seeing this initially starting from the right when the election was stolen, but now you're seeing it on the left as well with, not having faith in the elected officials and the Democrats who are supposed to be the good guys, when in reality, they're also on the same team. They're shaking hands with the Republican officials behind closed doors because they agree on APEC, they agree on big oil, they agree on big pharma, they agree on medicine. The corruption goes on. So I think the way we've challenged and continued to pressure these politicians, it's a step in the right direction. Is it going to fix everything? No, but we just can't lose hope, and we just have to stand with the Palestinian people, stand with the African American community here, stand with anybody who's going through some form of oppression and are really losing out on either their quality of life or their own finances or their own sense of living because of the top 1% and the people making the decisions, essentially hoarding all the wealth and doing all the authority.
Yeah, no, I agree with you almost 100% on what you said. I don't think I have anything to disagree with, and we just have to keep holding these people accountable. Change doesn't happen in a day unless it's a revolution, which, doesn't really happen in today's modern age. Change is slow and systemic, and there have been good changes. My favorite is the South African government taking Israel, to the International Court. That is a system, the International Court is a system created by Western propaganda. Every country has its propaganda, right? Yeah. So that is a system created by Western propaganda that other members have joined, and they're using that tool to fight them, right? So they're using that tool to stand up for people's oppression and the system that they created to oppress other people. Because historically speaking, the International Court has been always focused on allies and Western interests, right? Mm-hmm. They're against Ukraine. They're against Russia, not Ukraine. They're against North Korea. They're against China. They're against all these countries. And let's just come out and say every country is guilty. There is not a single innocent country in this world, period, right? But what we see getting prosecuted and what we see getting annexed and what we see being held up to a standard is all done by enemies, political enemies or financial enemies of the Western world, right? Compared to everything else. So right now they're using those tools to address what's happening there of their own system, and they're winning, right? Yeah. Is there any real action coming out of it? No. We didn't see any real action come out of it, but it exposes the hypocrisy and it shows the distrust in these systems that you built, right? This false narrative, this propaganda that you've sold to us for so many years, that the system works. The United Nations is supposed to protect us. The International Court of Justice is supposed to uphold the supreme law of the world. It's just all crumbling down, right? When these systems start crumbling down, the rest follows, right? It's just the reality of it, right? It's a domino effect, right? So the lack of trust in these just shows you where we're heading, and probably somebody else could speak on where we're heading. I don't have the expertise to do that.
Well, maybe society's crumbling, but at least we'll have some artificial hearts.
Hey, we'll stay alive. You know what I'm saying? We'll witness it. We'll witness it.
Abdullah, I appreciate you coming on. I guess we'll be on the lookout for the the hearts when they drop. New heart just dropped.
New heart just dropped. Yeah.
I appreciate Abdullah.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks
you
for having me, man.